Hello, I'm back. It's the 1st of September, and yes, I just felt like asking myself this one question. As always, nobody asked me, but I just felt like it. So, what measuring stick, what principle, um, I don't know, what sense of logic do you use to determine how correct you are? The reason I ask this question is because we do a lot of things in our lives, and we have to make decisions, and in terms of coming to those decisions, in terms of things that we say, in terms of conversations as well, that we have. But what determines whether you feel you are correct or not, or should I say you are right? The reason that led me to this is some of the discussions that I've had with people around me. One of the most recent one, most controversial, happens to be relationships with the people around you, be it your partner, be it your parents, be it your friends, all the different kinds of people that you have in your life. And to a certain extent, at some point, you will have this discussion where it's about determining what the right thing to do is, what the right thing to say is, and how to perceive or to judge a situation. So I had to just ask this question. With parents, for example, is it based on age? Is that a measuring principle that we should use to determine whether a person is right or wrong? If they're older, they're right. If you're younger, you are wrong. And then in relationships, be it your friend or be it your spouse or partner, is it because you are male or female that determines whether you're right or wrong? The most common thing that is said is women in general would say, I am always right and you are wrong as a male or being a spouse or a partner. I'm not saying that this is universal, but at the same time, it is also commonly heard everywhere. Not trying to dispute it in any way, and I'm also not accepting it as well, because a person can be wrong regardless of how they personally feel about it. So, again, now I go back to say your own personal feelings. Do those trump the other because you feel strongly about what you feel? Is it because of a point of view? Is it because of your own background? So what determines that? How do you make the conclusion as to say what is right, what is wrong? What logic do you use? Is it common knowledge? Is it common practice? Is it experience? Even though we know that there is a possibility that things might be another way, because as much as common practice might be practiced for a long time, things change. There's new processes, new technology, new paradigms, ways of thinking, ways of looking at a situation. I mean, even society itself changes how it does things or how they perceive things. So now I ask this question: what you deem as right or correct, what basis do you use? Is it your own personal affliction? Is it what facts say? So those are some of the questions that I think we need to ask ourselves. And again, I ask, what rule do you use? What logic do you use? What belief system do you use to determine whether you are right or wrong? And again, nobody asked me. I just felt like it.